loves Playbook. God leaves nothing undone when it comes to fulfilling the dreams of those they love. An intervention. The next day, the gods met and Abba opened with his perceptions. The assembly seemed to be even more interested in knowing themselves and how law works than ever before. What are you getting from them, Ruach? They were very interested, and you were very clear and convincing. Lucifer himself almost recanted in front of everyone yesterday. But he convinced himself to continue his resistance and challenge us. It breaks my heart. He was so close. I thought I had persuaded him. I reminded him of his love for you as he listened, but he has built many pathways of opposition in his mind and immediately went back to them. Abba picked it up. I saw him struggling inside himself. I tried to get his eyes, and at one point I could see his love for me and feel it between us, but he turned away, and then so quickly it had passed. I had to stay focused on the others, or the pain would have come out. It would have called him out and overwhelmed him. I'm so glad you caught yourself, joined Michael. Your love and pain would have made him declare himself one way or the other right then, and war would have been declared. We see it coming, but maybe if you can talk to him one more time. That is exactly my plan today, responded Abba. If love can do anything, now, before he gets any more of those resistant pathways locked in. You'd better move quickly, cut in Ruach. He has thought of little else but his strategy since the convocation yesterday. I haven't been able to get a true thought in that he doesn't immediately counter with his imaginings. He's planning to resign his position as Archangel today. Okay, I'm off. Let us meet again tomorrow. And with that, Abba left. Ruach and Michael lingered. What do you think? Michael ventured. Will Abba be able to pull him back? Is he too far gone? Yesterday was a turning point. The struggle in him was intense, and his decision to continue his way affected him. Abba meeting with him could go either way. More confrontation, Abba style. Abba found Lucifer in one of his favorite spots, the bench under the tree, and immediately joined him in his thoughts of greatness. Lucifer, my son, you are the most beautiful, most intelligent being we created, and I understand your drive for excellence. I put it in you myself. You have been our delight. You know this. I know you love us. Lucifer nodded, drawn in by the recognition and approval. Abba continued, I want you to excel and be great, truly. Do you believe this? Lucifer hesitated and then nodded. But I won't ever be able to create anything but music here, he said plaintively. I want to be a god like you or like Michael. But you don't have self-existent life force within you. Your greatest desire is not possible for you. But you are going to make a new order where beings will have that life force and will be able to make beings in their image. So why couldn't you give it to me? Abba smiled. Well, then you wouldn't be you. The one we all know and love. You would be somebody else. Have you been unhappy as Lucifer, the light bearer? No, not unhappy. I just want to be more. I was planning on coming to you and resigning my position today. It's difficult to always be in Michael or your presence feeling like this. I've been expecting that. Yes, we certainly want you to be all you can be. And creating is your greatest desire and dream, is it? Yes, it is. And do you believe you could come back to allegiance to us if you were able to create, even in a form of procreation, and not like we create? Yes. Lucifer watched Abba closely, scarcely able to breathe. Was it possible? Abba stroked his beard deep in thought. Perhaps something could be arranged. I came here to open your mind to the result of your present course. You can't know entropy, having never seen it, but you are beginning to experience it. Have you felt the conflict inside? Lucifer nodded, and Abba acknowledged his sympathetic awareness. I know I said this yesterday, but I want to make sure you heard it. I know it's new. Your kind of freedom ends in a dark and dismal place. There is no joy. It's taken from you by opposition that causes an internal split, and eventually you will cease to be. Opposing the law of love separates you from joy, and then from positive thought, and then from life. Negativity causes chemical changes in matter. I want to be sure you have a grasp of this before you fully commit to pursue your plan. It will end in misery, which you can't begin to imagine, even if you're in charge and command the opposition. And death won't come at our hands. You will activate the law of sin and death, and entropy will kill you, cause you to cease to exist. Lucifer shuddered. He hadn't allowed these thoughts to develop quite so graphically, even though they had been thoroughly explained the day before. So he ventured, You said something might be arranged? Do you mean to make me like you and bring me back? No, you wouldn't be a god. You would still be Lucifer, but you would be able to study the constants of creation and create by using the life force, working within its established laws. I know the other two feel the same as I do, that no idea should be left uninvestigated to keep you, if you wish to stay. I also know that we cannot change the law. It is the only way life can perpetuate itself. It is the expression of our right to rule, what we believe in, our commitment to love and life. You must stop your opposition and choose loyalty to love, but we will do what we can to help fulfill you. Can you tell me more about it? Would I really be able to create? Lucifer asked. I've just begun to think about it. Let me talk to Michael and Ruach and get back to you later. Consider if you are willing to stop your opposition. Restoration. With that, Abba called Michael and Ruach back together and proposed his idea. You know how we've planned to create a new world in the habitable zone of that small spiral galaxy in the fourth quadrant. Lucifer's dream and biggest desire is to create. So I considered a form of procreation, letting him learn and work within the laws of life, but I wanted to consult you before I offered it to him. What would you think about letting Lucifer have an age to fulfill his dream of creating before we start the new order? That is a wonderful idea. It will keep him with us and let him pursue his dream. Michael was clearly relieved. He will be free to go there and perhaps take some of his ardent followers with him. Yes, Ruach is thinking. There is a solar system in the middle of the galaxy where there is enough iron and magnesium to create a magnetic field and set up the constants that hold it all together, so that the middle planet is temperate and mostly water. It will support simple life now, and then let him study the laws of creation and see what he can do. I will fill his place with the angels and lead the anthems, added Michael. He can come back for worship convocations and tell everyone what he has learned. Sharing what he has learned about law and how it works will be another demonstration of love, an education about love is law for him and the whole watching universe as well. Right, said Ruach. The news of his dissatisfaction has spread to them, and while they are not much affected yet, they are all very interested and saddened by it. So all three went to tell Lucifer the news and bring peace back to the realm. Angels joyfully carried the news everywhere. Lucifer and any who desired to go with him would be allowed to go to a new habitable world and study the laws of life and try their hand at procreating. Everyone agreed that it was a brilliant plan, and it pleased Lucifer and those most affected by him. Peace and rejoicing had returned to the kingdom, for a while anyway. The new creation. Soon the gods led the way through the corridors of space to the location of a small but beautiful galaxy. Anyone who cared to come had been invited. Arriving at their coordinates, everyone saw a solar system and a little planet in the middle they named Earth. That was mostly water, but had all the elements present for carbon-based life. It was ready for this new experiment. Ruach stayed because his omnipresence allowed him to stay and also go back with the others. That's the end of chapter 4. We'll do chapter 5 again later. Bye-bye for now.